YouTube. Yeah, baby. We are in it to win it tonight. There is some craziness coming this evening. I can't even begin to tell you what it's going to be, but we will definitely get into some of that. We've got a couple things on the agenda to do before we get that far. We are definitely going to talk about what's sitting in front of you, and we got a shout out to do. We're going to look at some snakes that have all shed out, which is awesome, and then we will definitely get into the cuttings. What you see in front of you on the left, hopefully the left of your screen, is Golden Draak. It is a Belgium Imperial Stout. I've never seen this one before. Matt happened to find it. It's a limited edition Imperial Stout. So pretty big beer, 12%er. It's massive, lots of chocolate notes and stuff like that. So we are definitely going to pop that. That's a nice little top right there.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, Lou Balls, I got that. Thank you very much. What's going on, Skells? So, and then on the other side, my side, the soft, girly side over here, is the strawberry Berliner Weiss, if you will. And it is brewed with vanilla bean and lactose and strawberry puree. Fantastic beer. I've had this many times before. I don't know if I've had it on here or not, but I figured I would share it with you. Not too crazy of the alcohol content there. You can see 6%. So not necessarily insane like this one here that's like double. That's just craziness. So before we get too far, we're going to go ahead and get into some of that.
Yeah.
Here, why don't you dial in on this with that so I can open this for you.
Just don't break anything.
Yeah, you don't find you can find beers that have these type of tops. It's not very often. Oh, nice little smoke. Ooh, it smells really good. For an imperial, it's kind of brown.
Welcome, Vision.
Here in the U.S., we're used to really, really dark stuff. Doesn't look too bad down there, though. I don't know. What do you? It smells pleasant.
Let Jim
go ahead and taste that, because I'm not gonna drink this.
There's a lot of foam.
If I'm gonna try that, I'm not drinking this first because that'll kill my palate. Well, you're used to a lot of head.
I was just gonna say that.
Well, at least putting head in your mouth.
It's actually not that bad.
I believe you. I'm gonna try it.
I'm trying to think of what it kind of reminds me of, like what we've had before.
We're not talking about that. It smells like almost like dates and chocolate.
It almost kind of reminds me of something similar that we've made.
That's not like an American
Imperial Stout, not at all, no.
There is definitely some like dark chocolate in the background. I get a lot of date and like raisin.
But it almost tastes like...
That's good. I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
It's extremely different than anything we've... I mean, just like you look at that and you can see through it.
Yeah, there's light.
Yeah, in the U.S., you do an Imperial Stout,
and it's
12%.
Dark.
Normally, it's not brown.
It's black.
And you can't see through it.
It's dark.
This, I mean, labeled as, just based on color, this says deep, dark, brown, rich, and robust ale. I'd agree with that.
Yep.
However, I would probably label this as a brown ale, even though they have it as an Imperial Stout, which is interesting.
It's probably because of just the high percentage. The 12%.
Well, no, it's a grain bill that goes into it, typically, anyway. But So the next part that we want to do is a massive shout out to Lone Star Reptiles. He looks, well, they look really good here. Earl sent these shirts up to us. Dude, big shout out to you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We did send some stuff down that way, and I think they beat us to it because we do a drop ship and they don't. So they do have some of our gear as well. But like I love them. I like the star down the side.
It's the stain on the shirt.
Yeah,
And
you can't see that. And then like the big logo on the back. But big shout out to Earl at Lone Star Reptiles. If you guys don't follow them, definitely go check them out. They got some really cool stuff. He's got his own line of fire. That I don't know if I can't remember if he brought it in or if he found it popped out of his collection. But it is crazy. It's so different. He's paired it with fire. It's compatible. It does kind of a similar thing, but it is on another level to like a regular fire. So it's in the fire complex, but it is Lone Star Reptiles fire line, and yeah, good luck trying to get one. It's tough. I'm gonna have to twist his arm to see if I can.
welcome, Corey, Vision, and Vision is asking us how many clowns are we going to see tonight? Well, we got what, 6 eggs in yours, right? 5.
So we got 2 clutches of 5. The clown clutch we're gonna cut first, and that's a super pastel yellow belly het clown to a super pastel yellow belly lesser het clown. So the het to het will be rough, but if we can manage to pull out a super pastel ivory clown, I'd be amped. But super pastel to super pastel, the whole clutch, the worst thing we can do is supers. Now I will say that the chump male, and you'll hear this word frequently, we used a pastel clown to start this girl off in the beginning of the season, and then we finished it up with 2 or 3 pairings of the super pastel yellow belly lesser het clown. So hopefully that's the male that gets it, but I could end up with a repeat of the last clown clutch that I got, which if they're girls, I'm great. Like I'll get my 2 super pastel yellow belly girls. I'm happy. I'll replace my hets and we'll be on our way. But I would love to see the second male grab that and really kind of get crazy.
And then the second clutch, I'll get to that once we get to that cutting. I'll let you know what that is.
We've been dragging that on all for 2 days.
I'm keeping the suspense. I got to wait to cut the clutch, so I'm keeping the suspense with it.
All right. Yeah, exactly. You got to make up for it where you can. We've got a couple clutches that we're going to look at. The first one that shed out was our Mahogany, so our pastel lesser yellow belly
to the Mahogany
albino clutch. So we're definitely going to look at that. And then we have the that other clutch that's sitting over there that shed out. That's the super pastel yellow belly het clown to the pastel clown clutch. So
is it that one or is it the D?
No. We did the DG already.
Do we? Oh, and then we got the one we kind of didn't hit anything really on.
Kind of nothing to nothing, clutch, so to speak. So we're not going to do that one. We got 12 animals that we'll look at and then kind of come back and we'll do some cuttings, kind of like what is it? Thanks for doing it.
So there are. So we already got one person anticipating that when you start to number. Number 4 is going to be your Allgene.
My Allgene, all right, I like it. And tonight we've done it a little bit different. Typically we shoot with our wide angle lens. It's an 18 millimeter moment lens. This is the fisheye, so if you see it a little kind of warped and bent out on the ends, it looks a little curved. That's all intentional based on the lens that we've selected for this evening. And the reason I've done that is I really want to be able to get in just a little bit extra close to see what's going on for you guys, because I think this second clutch, there's 5 eggs in this second clutch, and it's like there's 11 genes in the mix. It's going to be the average that we would hit would be a 5-banger on average. And if we go on the plus side, 8 to 11 on the minus side, 3 to 2, 3, which are like the numbers get astronomically that we would hit those kind of animals. But we're going to take a look at a few that we've produced here.
All right, so this
Or at least, well, we've produced, you guys have seen in the cutting, and now that have shed out. Let's see if I can get down here close.
All right, so this is going to be our pastel lesser yellow belly to the mahogany albino clutch, and we hit a het albino.
What's going on, Mason? Welcome.
This is a female. She will be available.
And just for perspective's sake, this lens is about, what would you call that?
About
3 inches?
About
2.5, 3 inches. We're really down in there. I just love these lenses from Moment.
Yeah, they're spectacular.
Between the 8mm. What's up, Juan? Welcome. And this fisheye, I mean, it works really good for like this really close-up vlogging kind of stuff.
And then just typical belly, typical normal belly.
Pretty straightforward. Nice little normal het albino.
Again, it's female.
Yeah. Anybody else got a drink on tonight? What y'all doing? I know it's Tuesday, but we get excited when we cut eggs, so.
So this is a pastel lesser het albino.
No worries, Sunday, welcome. Yeah, you forget this thing is really wide. It gets the whole thing. Oh, nice, dude. Mason, who'd you get that from?
What do you get?
He just got a fisheye for his iPhone.
Oh, nice.
Ballers, actually, they make a case. So what Moment does is Moment makes cases for both iPhone, Samsung, or whatever. And then their lenses are made to attach to the case. So you can have either kind of phone that you have. You just buy their case, and then you get a quick connect. It's a quarter turn. The lens is on, and you're off to go. Oh, dude, yeah, Mason, great job, dude. We represent. We're actually
Stop it.
A representative, if that's even like a proper term. For Moment. I kind of push their product a little bit, but only because I believe in it. Like this, I mean, you can't take an iPhone without a lens and get an inch from a snake and get a picture like this. I mean, this lens is ridiculous. I mean, you're looking at this animal at an inch away from it. Like you just can't do that. You just can't do that with a regular iPhone. It just like the lens is focused, but the glass isn't there. And it's an aircraft grade aluminum housing. Like I feel like I'm preaching here. I'm sorry. I just love this stuff. And that's just a great shot. I mean, that head is crystal clear. We're about 1.5 inches away right now. We're starting to blur out just a hair, and I am probably half to 3/4 of an inch away. I mean, it's just insane. So if you want to do macro shot, you want to get close, you want to get good pictures of your animals, this is definitely one step. I mean, cases run anywhere about $30 to $40 or so. Lenses run, probably in the $90 to $150 range. But they're small. You can get a little side carry and, something that would go on your belt strap. Like literally you could put in a fanny pack. You could put probably like 8 or 9 lenses in a fanny pack, if that's still a thing. I wouldn't do it. And I don't recommend it because you'd be looked at very strangely. But you'd have a whole array of different lenses that you could carry with you, from macro to wide angle to fisheye to telephoto to anamorphic. Like you just get a bunch of different stuff, and you could super be creative to what you want to do. Anyway, enough of the ramble, and
Back to the snakes.
let's look at some more snakes. So what do you think this one is there, Matthew?
This one is a pastel lesser.
pastel lesser.
Yep.
And it's got good contrast for a pastel lesser. There's
Yeah.
a lot of dark spots here.
Yeah. So
It looks really good.
Like looking at the belly, really not much for.
Yeah, not much going on. Definitely not yellow belly. Not a whole lot of checkery or anything like that.
And
Was that's a boy or a girl?
This one is a boy.
That's a boy. That's definitely a boy. Boy.
Let's see who's in this one.
Thanks, Mason. Appreciate that, buddy. We've hit a milestone for Ectothermic Dungeon. We have decided to, on a limited basis, start shipping animals outside the country. So we do have our first animal that has been sold and will be going outside the U.S. So that's kind of a big deal for us. Definitely a lot more logistics going on there with CITES and all that stuff. But pretty exciting. We've also got contacts of previous customers of ours that are going and moving to Korea. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Interstellar. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate that, man. And this previous customer of ours is going to be picking up an import-export license for Korea. So there may be an opportunity to move some animals that direction as well. Wow, this one is either hungry or pissed off at you. Yeah, dude, if that bites me, I'm going to be pissed. Thanks, Melina. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in tonight.
All right, so yeah, definitely get your hand out from behind the phone.
Oh yeah, I already did that.
So this is a pastel yellow belly, het albino. Well, also that pastel lesser was also het albino.
Thanks, Corey.
Very feisty.
Oh, this is close up. You have no idea, ballers.
We're gonna see.
These lenses that we shoot these videos with, we typically work within anywhere between 1 and 3 inches of the animal or the cutting. So, and I really think that's what makes a big difference between, yeah, that's definitely yellow belly. You can see that there, all that checkering. That's super classic.
Yeah.
But these lenses make a huge difference when we do our live streams, and you get a really good look. You get good lighting, good color saturation and contrast on the animals. I really think these lenses are making a massive difference in what you're seeing with this stuff and what other people are doing. Using an SLR, I have one, and I have lenses that range from 18 all the way up to 400 millimeters. And, using the video function on those is great for certain applications, but for doing live streams like this, we found that you just can't beat the phone in these lenses. I mean, this color is almost 100% accurate to this animal.
Yep.
And typically when you take photos or shoot videos, this animal's probably running about 95%. Thanks, Chris. And when you're typically, that's with these lenses. Typically, when you're doing this without these lenses, I've found that like with a regular phone or SLR, you're lucky to get about 80%. So I'm definitely all down for the extra $150 to really show my stuff off as close to what it actually looks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, phones work sometimes. I like them. We were just talking about phones and all that stuff, and how we decided pretty much to use the Moment stuff and shoot all our pictures and all our video with Moment lenses in their cases, and using the right now I'm using the iPhone Pro 11, and they're coming out with a 12, which may have even better features, but super amped to be able to get some quality pictures. It was a struggle for a long time What's this one?
This one, I believe, is a mahogany lesser. No yellow belly in it. There's no checkering at the bottom. Nothing.
You don't
like
think
that.
that's pastel with that head?
I'm just not 100% sure. Like, I know I can see mahogany. I can see the lesser. Maybe the pastel. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, is this a boy or a girl? Somebody maybe get a freebie when this one goes up for sale. Because this is not at the top of the line here.
Nope. And it's a girl.
This is a female. So somebody may get a bonus gene.
And if you go and look up mahogany lesser albinos, those things are crazy looking. The pattern, the color saturation, it just works together really, really well.
Yeah, it's a good looking animal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good dark in there. And even as this animal ages, it's going to keep a lot of that dark.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks, Lou Balls. Appreciate it.
See, now this one, I think, is 3.
It's a yeah, I agree with you.
So this one, I'm thinking, is a mahogany lesser pastel. What's really different between this one and the last one? Look how white that head is.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. This is definitely the 3-banger. The other one was probably the 2 without the pastel. There's definitely another level in that head.
You get a different change in the pattern.
Yeah,
The other stuff, you had a little bit more of the keyholes in it.
Yep, absolutely. And what is this? What is this great animal here?
This one is.
That's a boy.
boy.
Yeah, that's a boy.
There it is.
Yeah,
So that's a boy.
you can really spread that stuff around with that one. And
Yeah.
100% het for albino.
Yeah.
Doggy. Now we're talking about mahogany and lesser in this case, but last year you produced a mahogany albino animal that is probably worthy of being shown off a little bit.
So we can leave that there.
So just to give you an idea, so last year we did a black pastel. Is he really?
Yeah, but they get an idea.
Not too in shed. Well, you get the idea. So last year we did a black pastel to mahogany albino. Well, black pastel albino to mahogany albino, and managed to hit both. Now, mind you, this animal is deep in shed here. Thanks, Kevin. I really appreciate that. You can see what mahogany and black pastel do together. This animal is insane.
Look at that pattern.
And this is really dull in color.
Yeah.
This animal here will be insanely orange once it sheds. Yeah, it's a little creamy now, you balls, but I guarantee you that like these oranges that you see
are nice, deep, colored
are
orange.
literally like the fruit orange for sure. And just like this whole side is all blown out.
And then you get
so nice.
And then you get that nice solid stripe all the way down the back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great animal. So again, we come back over here to this mahogany and lesser. You start mixing this into albino stuff with some pastel. And surprisingly, pastel with albino, it tends to bring in a lot more yellow. It really amps up the yellows in there. Candy, yeah, that would be pretty crazy with candy, especially with the darkness of mahogany in there.
Yeah, it's in the plans to work a
Candino into this. It's going to come back. We have a cinnamon Candino male, so we're going to really stack it on pretty good with some of this mahogany cinnamon candy albino stuff, and who knows what else will be ready to go at that time.
Now.
Yeah, I agree, Lou Balls. I'm also not that big of an albino fan. So the way we kind of do things here is Matt has his animals that he kind of runs and does his pairings, and I do mine. I have 2 albinos. Matt, by and large, is running most of the albino project, and we're really starting to unravel that there's, surprisingly a lot of potential still left in albino pairings that people are just like, I don't like albino. It's really getting a lot of that stuff locked into that albino, and then we have this stuff here.
So these two, we believe, could be the whole deal. So pastel, lesser, mahogany, yellow belly, het albinos. You get that nice white blushing on top from the pastel, and you get all this crazy blushing that just goes up all the way down the other side of the...
Yeah, no kidding, Sunday. Look at that belly too. You can see all that yellow belly.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, that's all yellow belly right there for sure.
You need a feisty little turd. Hey,
Oh yeah, there's no doubt, Lou. And not just albino. It's like there's many of recessives and other genes that just haven't been worked really good.
Oh man.
You hit one or two, and like you see that a lot now too. Like I've looked at, you look at like even a blackhead clown. Like I would grab it just to have it, but when you look at the animal itself, it's just like, by itself it doesn't do much. And what happens is people spend 2 to 3 years to get to that point, and then they just said, oh, it ain't worth it, and off they go to somewhere else. And then you throw red stripe at it or GHI at it, and it just blows it off.
Yeah, because
it just opens it all up.
Yeah, because looking at the mahogany lessers and some of the yellow belly mahoganies, the pastel mahoganies, I wasn't expecting this with the combination of all 4 genes. Hey, that's my finger. Stop it. But yeah, these are both, I think, if I remember correctly, they're both boys.
So you're going to keep one, sell one?
Yeah. Yep, that's a boy.
Yeah, that's a boy. First show.
And a boy.
Yep, and a boy. So yeah, it's definitely going to hang around for a minute.
I'm liking this one a lot, just because the pattern seems a little more vivid. But I don't know. I'll have to let them grow up a little longer and figure out which one I'm going to keep. But that's the black pastel, or not black pastel, pastel lesser yellow belly to the mahogany albino clutch.
Chris, I used to anytime somebody would come on here and comment about, cutting an egg or popping a snake, I used to jump on that bandwagon and kind of like poke fun. But I'm telling you, until you've hatched a many of eggs and popped a many of snakes, dude, there's a talent and a skill that needs to be developed to get to that. And
I can totally vouch for that, because Jim did it for probably a good year and a half before I could even get anywhere near being able to.
And you watch watch videos, you listen to people, and until you do it yourself, it just doesn't make sense until you put your hands on enough animals and really get a feel for it.
Yeah.
And it takes time and time again to really get a good feel to do that. And it's the same thing with cutting eggs. Like, Matt's cut some clutches, and in the beginning it was super rough. But I had the advantage is I was cutting eggs before we started to do live streams, so nobody saw my messed up eggs that I was cutting. And you know what? Like,
I was the guinea pig for the live
and you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You're going to cut eggs. They're going to look like a butcher hit it. But as long as you're not cutting like the snake, if you're cutting at day 54, 55, you got nothing to worry about. That animal's going to be fine. And popping, you can't really go wrong. If you have multiple animals, you want to spread that around and pop different animals over and over and over again. You don't want to work on the same animal for like 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row, because then you'll just like inflame the hemipenes or those cloaca areas and cause problems. So when you're learning, definitely spread it around a lot. Spread it out a bit, like over time, and really get a feel for what it takes. If you have somebody that's close to you that can mentor you and show you the technique and how to do it, that's fantastic. We posted a video on how to do it, which is, we got pretty close to like how. If you got questions, let me know, and I'd be happy to walk you guys through that as well.
And if my picking,
I don't have to pick up. You're on the screen.
am I on the screen? I can't see.
We're using the fisheye.
Oh, well, yeah. So I want to shout out Kai over at Lucas Langdon. Sorry it took so long for the shout out, but this boy was a fat, chubby little dude, and the shirt was a little tight, so kind of lost a little bit. So now it fits. So
Melina,
appreciate it.
you're not in trouble. You've got us here. You've bought a couple animals from us, so when you start to hatch animals and you got questions, we'll FaceTime. We'll do whatever we need to do to get you squared away so that you figure out what the sex of those animals are. And that's something that you like. At least at this moment, you don't need a Patreon to sign into from us in order to get that information. That's something that we're going to give for free, at least for the foreseeable future. So if you bought animals from us and you've got questions on how to sex your animals, it's especially animals that have came from us, and you've done pairings and you got eggs and those are hatching, and you want to try to find out what those genes are, please reach back to us. We'll do whatever we can to help identify those animals and help you sex those as well.
Sure. For sure.
Yeah, Chris, you may not want to wait for that because that may be 2021, to be honest. If you got questions, sir, definitely kick me a PM and we'll have a conversation and we'll get whatever we can answered.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a Patreon, so I don't charge anybody for advice at the moment. So definitely don't wait till I get big and start doing what everybody else is. Message me now. We're gonna get the next.
Thanks, Steph. Appreciate it.
You're doing it 4 animals?
Yeah, you only had 4 on that one.
Oh my god. Oh, then that's not yeah. So, unfortunately, this clutch was all boys, which is kind of how my clown stuff works. This one here is a pastel. That might be yellow belly, but I don't think so. So pastel, 100% het clown. Great
Great
example of pastel.
for sure.
I mean, this animal is so bright, it's unbelievable. Now, when you're looking at clowns, and this is only if you suspect that clown is in the mix or het clown is in the mix, you get this tail with this little dot on the end. That can be an indicator for het clown. So if it's a 50-50 and some of them have dots on the tails and others don't, that could be an indicator.
Just the tip.
But this pairing was a super pastel yellow belly het clown to a pastel clown. So all these animals are 100% het. Yeah, super clean. And for a pastel, not a lot of busyness going on. Like not a lot of dirty for sure. So this male's going to grow up. He's going to be a nice representative and make some crazy babies.
I like that head.
Yeah, the head looks really cool. Almost hypo-ish, but definitely no hypo in the mix.
Thank you, Brendan, for sure. We've produced some other pastel stuff here, and that one for sure is probably top 3 that we've produced here. Pretty close.
Yeah, he's up there. All right, so this guy is kind of nuts. We've made some super pastels before. This color contrast and color profile is on another level. These blushings are just almost purple, which they've been a grayish in the past, but like this is insane. I've not seen stuff like this. It goes from yellows to peaches. It just looks really good. This animal is a super pastel yellow belly. You can see that checkery there. He's 100% het for clown. And look at that head. Oh,
yeah, look how wide it is.
That's a pretty head.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crazy. Yeah, this guy looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so super happy with this one. If this was a girl, I would probably keep him because he looks better than the way the I guess his mom and the other one came out. This will be an exceptional animal when he grows up.
Yeah. Whoever lands that animal is gonna be very happy.
That'll be nuts. So this is the first visual here.
Woo!
So this guy is definitely super pastel, and
Can't really see the yellow belly if there is any.
there is possibly a little bit there, so I'm not sure. So at least this is a killer clown.
Possible yellow belly.
Yeah, but these patterns are pretty wonky.
It's like they just sit on the snake. Like,
They
it's not
float
like-
up off there for sure. There's definitely a lot more busyness going on these guys, and I'm not going to pull them away, but I'm going to show you next to the
Yeah,
one
well-
holdback that I have. I'll leave this guy right there.
and we're gonna move over. And
So this guy is not much different. I look at the belly here. There's just some minor indications of some yellow belly stuff going on. The dorsal
it almost seems like you get a little.
is a little narrower. So you look at one dorsal to the other, there's just a little less pattern. So this one's over here is just a little busier with some more color.
Yeah, it seems like it's got a lot more stuff going across the top.
Yeah,
than-
so I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is the yellow belly.
And then
This one
that's
may
just
be
the
a killer, but there's still a chance that there's some yellow belly in there because they don't really look that much different. And when I pull when you look at the head, the heads are only slightly different here.
Yeah, like this one, you get a little bit more speckling, kind of like there in the center of the head right there.
Yeah,
That
and this one's all
pure
blushed
white.
out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the yellow belly bringing some back or what's going on, but
Does
this animal will be available. This is the holdback.
Does that one have like a little, almost like teardrop in the back of the head, like that one?
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It's just not, it opens up a little bit, but it's close. So this guy's
Yeah,
staying here. I just like all the busyness and craziness. This guy will be available on Morph Market once he's eaten enough meals.
Yeah.
And that's the clown clutch.
Whoop whoop. So now we're gonna go from one clown clutch
To another.
to another clown clutch.
I'm nervous.
Who's all ready for some egg cutting?
I am. Oh. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. All right, now y'all can see my drink. It
And
looks like
and he talks about me drinking girly
it
drinks.
looks like a dirty red, but I'm telling you, this thing is so strawberry,
You could smell it.
and it's strawberry without being sweet.
You can't see it in the camera, but the foam is pink.
It's pink, yeah. And what's nice about it is you can tell it's like real strawberry. It's not a syrup. It's not sweet, but you can taste the strawberry.
You can like the aroma off of that for the strawberry smell is
Oh, yeah, that's
freaking insane.
fantastic right there.
Yeah, Brendan,
Yeah,
for sure.
golden scissors, baby.
Yeah, there could be totally some crazy combinations going on tonight.
We could hit it, or
Or we
could
can
miss
totally
it.
swing and miss.
We could be a hero, or we could be a
A
zero
zero.
tonight. All right, so this is the clown clutch. There are 7 eggs.
These are
5 eggs, 7. Yeah, it's still an odd number, right?
these are the 5 liters. Yeah,
These are the 5 liters,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
And again, we'll eventually get to where we have
Go watch
Enough
us
of the
watching
different
us.
sizes that we want. We want to pick up some more of the 3 liters. The small ones are about
yep.
this big.
We're perfect for these clutches right here.
We got enough of these, and I feel we have enough of the 7s, but we definitely need some of the 3s for sure.
Yeah, because we had a lot of these 5, 6, 8 clutches this year, which would have fit perfect.
Yeah. And if you've got first year girls, I mean, you can use the 5s or the 7s, like, for sure. I mean, they can go in there. It's not going to hurt anything. But if you have a fair amount of first year girls and you have a small incubator, you're going to want a smaller tub. And those 3 liters are perfect for that, because you can, fit 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly even 5 eggs in, 6 eggs in if they're small eggs.
Right.
So that can manage a lot of those first year girls for sure.
Definitely true, Brendan. Hets are definitely investments for the future.
Yeah, that's how we started a lot of our pairings with het to het. And
Yep.
honestly, this year and even next year, we're doing a lot of het to het stuff. My clown stuff this year was a lot of visual to het. Next year, I'm putting a lot of the males that I've made or purchased that are hets to my girls. So, like, I'm gonna have a fair bit of het to het. But I do have some visual clown girls that I'm trying to spread out amongst those animals so that I still get 100%ers. So, it's part of the game you have to play, and you either pay big money or you build up from the bottom and you deal with 66s or 50s and you play the odds, and you get to where, wherever you hope to go.
Yep.
All right, let's do some numbers. People want to do numbers tonight. I love it. That's my thing.
So we already know from somebody that number 4 is going to be everything.
That's the thing. Number 4. Oh yeah, let me grab you
A maca.
a riding implement. Actually, let's do this.
The green?
No, the black, because the black erases
Seems to-
better off the stainless, believe it or not. However, after enough time, they all go away.
Now we got a number 2 is all Gene.
Ooh. I love you guys, because that means, so again, this pairing is a super pastel yellow belly het clown to a super pastel, well, hopefully a super pastel yellow belly lesser het clown. The chump male in the very, very beginning was a pastel clown, so he could still get it, but you never know. And just in case you're wondering,
That's daddy.
dude, this is dad. And like, what? Super pastel, lesser yellow belly het clown. It is all working right here. This animal just screams in color. He looks so good. I don't know how he's coming through on the blue there, but like, this guy is just ridiculous. We made him a couple years ago. This was the one pairing that I threw him into to get something done. And sure enough, he sure did. And we're hoping, fingers crossed, that he got it.
All right, everybody. Which egg should we cut first?
What we got? What's the A for? Oh,
All.
How are you going to separate that if other people vote for the same numbers?
Well, I'm just doing that, and then we can choose whichever one has them. So 1, 4.
This is my clutch, but like, the next clutch is what's really going to be crazy. That's
3. Which one will it be? It'll be lucky number 1. Lucky number 2.
it's all. It's all
3.
upside down, right?
Yep.
And in case you guys follow Mutation Creation and you're a fan of the mold gold,
There's some right there.
that's some mold gold right there, baby. I can feel that egg in there, or the snake in there for sure.
Melina's like, cut in order.
Yeah, nothing too crazy there.
3 seems to be a common denominator.
Just in case the mold is an influential part of your decision. I like 1.
Well, 1 and 3.
That's primary. Okay. Well, I'm just going by feel. Like, 4 feels pretty good. 5 feels pretty good. I can feel 2. 1 though. One's.
Was that a window on number 2?
Number 2? Not exactly. Really. Just kind of a little spot. There's kind of one like that on 1. I like 1. I said that about 4, didn't I?
No, you said you like 1.
I like 1.
Yep. It's the only one you've said so far. And then
kind of a window there, a little bit of mold going. Again, you can see we don't mess with this stuff. I don't clean it off. I don't do anything. All
right,
we just kind of let them roll.
So your
4
choice.
Votes for 1, 4 votes for 3, 1 vote for 5. Okay, we'll start with 5.
Oh, same mold goal for last.
We're mold goal for last or first? I'm gonna go mold goal for first.
All right.
Like it doesn't. Like it's flat, but it's not like.
Come on, Jim.
Where are we going?
And we got us
Super pastel.
a super pastel.
Super pastel. There could be yellow belly in here because it's pretty wonky, but super pastel.
All right.
I can't do 1 first. That's probably going to be last.
You do 3?
3.
Dave is saying 3 is an ivory. There is no ivory.
White snake, baby. White snake. Come on, white snake.
The other one. Oh, no, they both had yellow belly. Yep. So there is ivory possibility.
Nope.
Super pastel something because it's got a little color in it.
Yellow belly, maybe.
All right, so we think the super pastel hit.
Well, they're
two super pastels so far.
Yeah, so technically at this point, I think the second male hit it.
Yep.
So we need some lesser, some ivory, and definitely some
clown.
freaking clown.
So that's
two is next. 2 is next. This one's pretty taunt. Like it caves a little, but like most eggs would look like this, where you could like squeeze
and leave a little bit on top, yeah.
And it would tent up like that. That's pretty normal. This one's doesn't
do that.
Yeah, so it's a challenge to cut because you gotta really kind of push and
clown.
Get that. What the hell is that?
Clown. That's a lesser. It's got lesser in it.
Yeah, that's a super pastel lesser. That may be yellow belly. 66.
All right, clown.
So far it looks like.
Come on, clown, cut a clown.
Yeah, tell me about it. Any kind of clown. Nope, not today. Super pastel. So we know, based on these 4 animals, we know that the second male got the clutch. So
well, I guess technically this would be the odds, 1 out of the whole clutch.
Yeah,
right?
we've got all super pastels, super pastel lesser. Any one of them could be probably yellow bellies.
Come on, last one, be a clown.
Nope. Super pastel yellow belly.
Lesser too, because it kind of looks brownish.
I don't think so. Because when you come back over and you look at these,
that one's for sure lesser.
Yeah, that's definitely got lesser in it. I don't know.
They all look very similar.
Yeah, they do. Well, they're all at least super pastel, so we're gonna have to wait till they come out the eggs to see the yellow belly. They will all be 66% het clown. And I can only say that with confidence because I produced both of the animals that made this clutch, and don't have to worry about anything else as far as having issues with other breeders.
Balls.
Huh?
I said, well, balls.
Yeah. We was hoping for the big win, but you don't always get them big.
He used all his clown mojo in the last couple clutches.
That's the way it kind of goes. That was the last clown of the clown clutch of the season. put this away.
Welcome, Patton. 808.
What's going on, y'all?
Chris Hardwick, welcome.
Thanks for dialing in, Chris. You just in time for some like ridiculous stuff. So this clutch here was like a long shot clutch. This is a super pastel yellow belly het clown to a super pastel yellow belly lesser het clown clutch. Yeah, Dave, thanks for dialing in, man. Appreciate it. So these guys are definitely all 66s. We didn't hit visuals, but I produced both sides of this clutch, so I know they're all 100%ers. So these are definitely 66s. We got a super pastel lesser, possible yellow belly, super pastel, possible yellow belly, super pastel, possible yellow belly, super pastel. That looks yellow belly, and super pastel, possible yellow belly, all 66% het for clown. And we'll see what those look like when they get out of the egg. And now we got 5 more eggs, and like we have not. It's 11 genes, so
I have not divulged.
like I'm glad you guys dialed in here, because this is the time to see what the heck is going to go on with this clutch. This is so when you throw like soup the nuts, or you just throw crap against the wall to see if it stick, this is kind of one of those clutches. So Matt, yeah, 5 eggs. They look great, all dimpled, not protruded up like the last ones, for sure. But definitely, yeah. Well, you know, Chris, there's even with the super pastels, there's a fair bit of genes in the mix, if you will. I mean, we could have made ivory clowns, super pastel ivory clowns, or lesser super like ivory clown. Like it could have been crazy, but you know, I'm good. I hit. This was my year where I hit my visuals, and I made some clowns. I'm okay with whiffing on a clutch, but this one, it don't matter what happens in this clutch, there's no way we can whiff on this clutch. So we've been kind of not, you know, spelling this out for everybody, telling them what it is. Why don't you give this a shout and like see if you can spill these genes. This is really a mix of crazy stuff.
So the female is a pastel spider lesser enchi malum bald 66% het pied.
Welcome, Youper.
Dad is a pastel leopard enchi yellow belly 100% het pied.
So we got 11 genes in the mix here, and potential to prove out a female for pied. So if you could imagine those 10 genes with pied in it, holy crap. So the average is to hit about 5 genes. Yeah, bonkers is right, Interstellar. There's, you know, what's going on, Jerry? Welcome. You're just in time for the big cutting here. We've got, yeah, exactly, Lou Balls. Word God Almighty. There's a lot of crap in the mix here that can blow the top off of stuff. So, well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 10,000 possibilities, absolutely, with the average being a 5 gene banger. Right. So we're going to pull some of these out, and we're going to get cut in here and see what we're going to do. You know, our typical motto here is to kind of like number these snake eggs, let you guys choose, which we've done, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 eggs. We've got 1 vote for 3, which is going to be an all banger. And then
yeah, I
Malum, yeah. So let's say that again. We got a 4 banger while they're doing that.
All right, female is a pastel spider lesser enchi malum bald 66% het pied. Dad is a pastel leopard enchi yellow belly 100% het pied. Yeah, I've been waiting for this clutch.
So 9 incomplete dominants and 1 recessive if she proves out. So it could be, it would be a total of 10.
No, we have 4 and then 6 and then the additional.
Yeah, well there you go.
Yeah, yep.
So we're talking craziness here.
And for all you guys that are choosing all,
number 5 is going to be a normal.
I'm not going to be able to tell what the all is.
808 is saying it's a queen bee yellow belly pied. So I'm going to do a queen
bee, yellow
YB
belly pied.
Pied. Now, this ought to be fun.
So
We'll even put this down at 808, so that way I know if that happens. What's going on, Brendan? Welcome.
and the chances for proving her out for Pied is slim to none because of how many genes.
Did you do the numbers or did you not do the numbers?
I did the numbers. It's like stupid, like 1,000.
Yeah.
It's insane. I actually had to leave for the calculator. I actually had to leave one gene out so it could actually calculate because there was too many genes at play.
Lou balls, they're all going to be what the F's. And more than likely, just because of the way this will pan out, they'll all probably stay here.
Yeah, exactly. We have like no idea of what's going to be there.
I'm literally going to put the phone down, run away, and laugh if you hit a normal. I'm just saying. Not that normals are bad, but like I'm just gonna say, like the odds of hitting a normal are so great.
I would kick myself in my own guts if I did all.
You do that. We'll get that on film.
I'm not that flexible, actually. All right, so what do we got?
I don't know. We've got Dave is saying egg 4 is a pied. So yeah, that's a really bad pied.
It's like Pied squared.
So maybe there's 2 pieds. That could be a
Those will be some really tiny twins.
Yeah.
Those are some
All right, let's
legs.
get to cutting. You got to make a decision here. You don't got much to pick from here. We got 3, 2, 2, 1, 2.
You know what? 2 is the lonely guy.
It's the only number. Only
We are gonna go with number 2.
we got a number 4. A last minute number 4. So 5, 4.
Here we go. Here's some possible craziness.
It's all gonna be craziness.
What? What is that?
It's got leopard. It's got lesser. I'm gonna say malum pastel.
It's like purple.
I can't even remember what else is in.
Some enchi, maybe? No enchi. Yellow
Super
bow.
normal.
Super normal.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
good.
Purplish. That's
Yeah. It definitely looks better off film. That's the first time I looked at it off film. A lot of blushing in there. Like it looks similar, but
yeah. So
yeah, it's definitely a ball python. Thanks, Joe. Was really kind of confused about that. I almost thought I hatched out some viper boas for a minute. Except for those are live bearers.
So it looks like
What are you gonna do?
3, 1, 4. You know what? People are saying 4. Is 4? You're saying 4 is a pied? Let's see.
Well, yeah, we got 4 is tied for first, and they're saying it could be a one
pied.
vote. Is going to be a pied? That'd be another shirt if you got that right, Dave.
That is some. Oh, that's the head right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the head right down there. Yeah.
Leopard something.
Yep, another leopard. I would call that a pastel leopard.
Something.
Well, maybe not pastel, but leopard enchi. Yeah, I can't go beyond that. It's definitely not a pied, though.
All right. Let's go.
You got one.
We're gonna say 5 because
You
they're
got
saying
one-
that is a normal.
1, 3, and 5 left.
So let's go 1.
Oh, there we go. Some spider. And a whole bunch of other crap. Yeah.
That's way reduced.
Pastel. Like you can see the head right there. Oh,
Yeah.
is that the head?
I think so.
I don't know if that is that.
No, that's not the head. The head's
Dude.
buried.
That's crazy pattern. That almost
Yeah.
looks like a head pattern. So definitely spider. That's super clean. There's a lot of
Yeah.
genes in that right there. Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be a tough choice on what number 1 is before you get your choice.
Yeah. So the way we do things here. So if Matt has his collection, I have mine. Lesser, leopard, spider, enchi from Chris Hardwick. And then we had a vote for Bald Spider Leo from Dan Monroe. So if we split, so Matt has his collection, I have mine. With his girls, if he uses one of my males, as in this case, he'll get first pick, I get second, and then the rest of the clutch is his to do what he wants, so that at least I get some type of compensation for the use of my male, as opposed to, I would typically run him to a fourth or fifth girl, so that way he doesn't get burnt out. But by giving him up for a breeding, I get a little something back. So what do we got? We got 3 and 5 left.
We're gonna save 5 for last because somebody says it's a normal, and if I'm gonna kick myself in the nuts, that's gotta be last.
All right, here we go. That last one looked pretty good. The first one and the last one are kind of interesting. I think the first one got some malum in it, to be honest.
Yeah, because it looks very similar to what Monroe Morphs produced.
Yeah, and the last one looks like it has a whole bunch of crap in it. Oh, what is that? That looks clownish. That's got a ton of crap in it. Holy cow.
The color is just off the charts for yellow.
Wow. Yeah, it almost looked clownish initially. It doesn't now, but there's definitely Enchi in there, malum in there, leopard. I would say pastel, bald. It's just so clean, so crazy. And that blushing is just nuts.
And it goes all the way around, too, so it could be a possible ringer.
That's odd for a ringer.
That's why I said pos. Yellow belly and that one.
Yeah, again, that's something else that's in the mix there, so who knows? Yeah. It's definitely a nerd snake per Chris, and that's exactly where the female came from. So
there's the head right there on the side.
There's the head down there for you. Let's see if I can get that lens down in there. Yeah, I'm about 1.5 inches away from there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's going to be an insane animal when it comes out. Yeah, I agree, Chris, for sure. That's definitely going to be a nerd animal. Yeah, that one looks crazy. That one definitely is off the chain. That one looks pretty good. Oh man, it's a cool clutch.
All right, here comes
Pied.
the normal.
Everybody cross everything you got for a pied.
No, that is crazy. Spider in it for sure.
That's going to be impossible. Oh man, I like. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Like that's
spider. That's all I can get out of it.
Yeah, hold on to your butts for sure. Yeah, there you go. That's my guess. That's the whole intellect I have for that animal. Is an other than spider, pastel, lesser. So spider, pastel, lesser, for sure.
Maybe maybe it could be something similar to her, maybe with the extra pastel, so super pastel.
Yeah, you're right. Could have the super pastel in any of these too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good luck on our IDs. I will say, Dave, with that said, we did talk to Nerd when we picked up this female, and we had this pairing planned from the beginning. So before we even purchased her, we knew she was going to this male, and we talked to them about if we did put these two together and we got viable eggs and all that stuff, if they were open to us coming up with these snakes to help us identify them, because there's going to be no way in good God green earth that we were going to be able to do this on our own. And they said, yeah, go ahead. If your guys are willing to bring them up, we'll take a look at them. So, yeah, that's the plan anyway, initially. Other than that, they're all going to stay here and just be breeders once we determine. Yeah, that was definitely a good, a good thing that they indicated at least 2 years ago when there was a different service manager and everything else there. Yeah, that's going to be the craziest one. That's going to be the holdback.
They're all going to be holdbacks.
Well, they're all holdbacks, but like that one is just nuts.
Now, hopefully, it's a good male to female ratio. That's what we got to hope for now.
That just looks crazy too. Thanks, Interstellar. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Thanks, Corey.
So yeah, with no pied being proven out, so everything's gonna be 50% het pied.
Yeah, because we can't count her, but Dad is definitely proven 100%. So, yeah, all females. Yeah, and we'll take it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah,
yeah, that's awesome. That's and again, we're seeing. I can only imagine like that. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's just nuts.
My
like
face
that.
For each one.
Yeah, it's Spider. But like Spider doesn't do that. That's not normal.
Yeah, we got.
That's not normal Spider. So that's like.
And it's not bad either. Two eggs with Spider in it.
That's a whole nother level right there. Yeah, for sure. Can we
try to see that one a little bit?
Yeah, same here, Kevin. I definitely got to get into this. Yeah, there's good color in there. And again, these eggs being cut like this, you can still see veins. There's a lot of color that still got to come into them. They're going to look 100% better once they come out of the eggs and shed. Good blushing here, some decent saturation. Again, this animal is going to look totally different once it sheds. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, I don't know if that can bring in much color. That could be like a 10 gene animal right there, to be honest. And it's, when you put so much genes together, you just, Spider with Enchi makes no white pied. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know with this one. But that's insane. You start mixing too many genes, sometimes simple is better. But with this girl, we didn't know what to do with her. So we just threw a ton of crap at her to see what would happen for her first year. And this is kind of what we got. So, definitely not disappointed. There's a lot of malum in here. There's bald in here. Spider, lesser, pastel, enchi. Leopard. Another pastel, leopard, yellow belly, just rattle it off with the, posset for pied. Super happy with this clutch, and they look fantastic. Wow. Wow.
And it's such a great clutch that nothing's the same.
No, not even close. Not even close from one to the other. Whew.
Woo!
There you go, baby.
I like it.
Yeah, well, thanks for dialing in, Hetco. I appreciate it. We put a super pastel yellow belly het clown to a super pastel yellow belly lesser het clown. Proved him out. However, I produced them both, so they were both. Everything will be 66s. Didn't make any visuals, and then this is a pastel inchy leopard yellow belly het clown. To a het pied, het pied.
I wish
to a pastel spider, lesser, malum, bald, enchi, 66 het pied, and this is kind of what we're looking at here. That was number 1. Number 2. Number 3, that could be pretty crazy. Number 4 could be pretty crazy. And last one, number 5, I think this has probably got just about everything in the mix. Top left. Yeah, I agree, Lou Balls. It's going to be really hard to determine what's all going on here for sure. And that's fine with us. Like if we got one clutch where we're just going to hit like a crazy mass amount of crap and have to keep it all back, I think we're kind of both all okay with that. Mm-hmm. If they're all girls, that's even better. It won't even matter even less. Yeah, definitely a crazy clutch. Unfortunately, I don't think this one is as crazy as everything else. This one will be ridiculous. That one is probably 3/4 of the clutch. That's probably about half. That's about just about everything. Is the more stuff you stack, again, from what we've heard anyway, is the more it wipes out the snake, and that could be right or wrong. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun figuring it out for sure. You like the second one? Dave likes this one here.
Yeah, maybe that ends up being a
Yeah,
a
who knows?
leopard inchy yellow belly's malum.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just like
It's probably like a 4-gene snake, is probably my
it's
guess.
just throwing stuff against the wall, to be honest. Yeah, good clutch.
Okay.
Woo!
So, our next clutch is a Inferno. So, a pastel Hingy Moma granite yellow belly head exanthic to a black pastel head exanthic. So, we're going for black Inferno exanthics.
What are you doing?
Getting really close.
Why?
I said, you're getting really close.
Well, it's a really, really wide angle lens. You feel weird, but it looks good.
So that is due Sunday. That'll be day 55. So we're probably going to do it Monday. Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, I think
Is it
so.
Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah. So stick around from that. Not from that. That is a 10A clutch. That was from our big, huge black pastel girl. So
Yeah, super creepy there, Molina, for sure. Matt's always got to just like that. It's got to act weird in the front of the camera. Can't just pretend like nobody's in front of him here.
hey, there's a bunch of people we're talking to, so it's not hard to pretend. Or it's very hard to pretend that we're not talking to anybody.
Yeah, definitely Monday for sure. So the next run is all Matt's. The next clutch will be his. The one after that will be his, and then I have a run of like 3, and then I'm done for the year, and then Matt has like another 3 in the incubator there. So
Yeah, so we got
our first clutch ever is Friday. Jerry, congrats, man. For sure, you definitely got to get that up on YouTube. You don't necessarily have to do it live. I have a lot of people tell me that I have, how they say in Spanish, cayones as big as trees for doing this live on YouTube. If you look back, most people like to record their stuff, and that's fine. Like, you can record it and still put it out there, but when you record it, it gives you the option of whether you're going to post it or not. And here, when you do it live, the whole world gets to see for sure.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next 2 clutches are mine. Jim's got 3. I currently got 2.
Oh, Jerry, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now?
What's he doing?
His first clutch ever is a pastel yellow belly pied het lav to a double het dreamsicle, which is pied lav. Yo, bro, right there.
Well, we'll do it for
Right
you.
there. That's an awesome first clutch right there.
Yeah.
Holy
that's
cow.
Awesome.
Are you doing this on YouTube? I want to see it. Record it, do something. You don't even have to you don't have to edit it. Just record the whole thing and post it up there. I want to see what you do.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's a solid clutch.
Yeah, so I got one more girl left to drop eggs. So that's a black pastel to a black pastel albino to a cinnamon candino. She's about so she is about 2 weeks from laying, and that'll be my final clutch of the season.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, we're almost done.
And I got-
Just to start over again.
And we're already starting for our next season, and I got some crazy locks today. Not gonna divulge what they are, but I got some crazy locks today.
Yeah, we both got a little bit. It's good though. However, I will. So our struggle has been to balance the temps in our room. So we do have open windows here. I don't run an AC unit because it dries the room out too much. Last year the heat wasn't too bad, and I have a whole house fan that blows air up into the attic that we made.
Yeah.
and that worked great last year. We got a lot of clutches, as you can see, this year. And this year we had a run of 90-degree weather for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was like 90 and feel like 100, 102.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
With an open window, I had like 4 or 5 girls that were like, they were growing, and it looked like they were going to go, and then we ultrasounded again, and then like all the follicles started to drop.
Shrink. Yep.
So this Friday we're going to ultrasound again and kind of see where girls are. Yeah, I don't know. I think the heat kind of kicked us in the nuts because our first girls may not actually go this year. So yeah, it'll kind of suck, but
Not sure if you want to show them what we got in.
well, we might do it another time, but we but because of Lone Star Reptiles, I was talking to Earl, and he had mentioned about getting a swamp cooler to help cool off the room. So I did a little research, figured out how they worked, and grabbed one of those. And basically what it does is it has a membrane that gets pumped with water, and then it has a fan that pulls air through that membrane, and it blows it into a direction, and it'll cool off a space. So with that unit, we've managed over the past week or so with 90 plus degree weather, keep our room between 80 and 83 degrees, which has been fantastic. So we weren't looking for like full air conditioning, but it has bumped up the humidity quite bit. So we usually run about 50, 55, and we've been running around 75 or 80 with the humidity. So on both accounts, it's been really good. So if you're in an area that you're struggling with sheds and keeping your room cool, AC may not be the answer. They make these swamp coolers that will work in windows and blow the air in, or standalone units like we have, and we just have kind of opened up the airways so that it'll circulate through here, and it kind of works really good. So yeah, that's worked fantastic. To be honest.
Like up here, we're like not dying.
No.
With
No,
the fans off.
and to be honest, we've had all the fans off except for the swamp cooler. And here we are. We're running at 83 degrees, almost 84, and 77% humidity. So, yeah, it's warm, but it's not horrible.
Right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't got anything else other than we'll see you guys Monday when we do our next
Monday.
live feed.
And based on the last clutch that went late, they'll probably be all out of the egg.
Yeah, and they're massive eggs too. They're huge. From our 4.5, our 4,500 gram female. So babies aren't going to be small.
Congrats, Joe. They just got their second clutch on the ground, and the
Nice.
third clutch has their prelay shed today. Nice, dude. 2 more to ovulate. Yeah, that'd be a good season. Yeah, it's a good start.
And this is your guys' first year, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, thanks, Jerry. Definitely come back Monday. We'll be here for sure. Thanks, Joe. You as well. Good luck with those eggs. Let us see. Jerry, definitely got to see you on YouTube, man. I'm going to go looking for your channel once I get off here. I want to see videos of that clutch, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. 2nd year breeding, Joe said.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it grows exponentially fast after the first couple of years.
Yeah, it grows on you. Thanks again, Lou Balls. I'll be in touch with you on Instagram. All right.
But
That's all I got. Have a good night.
we appreciate you guys for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys Monday.
See y'all later. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.